Welcome everybody, my name is Jerry. Today we're going to talk about an update on ARLP stock, Alliance Resource Partners. This is a coal stock. Now I talked about this a little while back. Give me a second here, let me click on and see, when did I post it? I posted it back on May 17th, okay? So you'll notice if you look at the picture here in front of you in the video here, this is a daily chart, okay? And you can see way back in October, if you look at the very bottom, you'll see the months on the bottom of the screen in front of you, and you'll see a low back there in October of 2020. It was $2.63. Okay, and now it's up around today. It's trading at $6.16. If you look at the far right, kind of upper hand part of the corner, you'll see I'm up $940 for today. I'm still down just a little bit on this position, $126, but this stock, I've been acquiring it as it's been going. It went down for a few days back kind of in the middle of May, like May 18th through kind of like May 25th, maybe even the day after that, May 26th. I was picking up shares a little bit, 200 shares here, 400 shares here and there. You can see I'm holding 4,700 shares in my long position. So whenever I see the price coming down like that, I tend to try to, if I can, if depends on the margin in the account and things like this, but I'll try to pick up some shares as the price pulls back, okay? And today the stock is up 20 cents, which is good. If you got in at the open, well, you could have made a lot of money today, depending on how many shares you bought. So why am I giving an update on this? Well, let me switch, and I'll switch over to another screenshot here. So this is the weekly chart, and you can see that these prices for this stock are severely undervalued in my opinion, right? We're down here around $16, but look at the history of this stock. I mean, just going back to April of 2019, it was trading at $18, okay? And back in October of 2016, it was trading up around $24. So there's so much upside potential in this stock. Now, recently they just started paying dividends again. For about a year, they didn't pay dividends, it looks like. Okay, but then they started paying dividends because the coal prices were so suppressed, right? And of course, they weren't selling a lot of coal through, it looks like, most of 2020. Okay, but now coal is starting to take off again because there's a lot of talk about inflation, and I talked about this in some of my previous videos, and there are a lot of indications that there's going to be some serious inflation. Okay. So let me switch over to some other charts I'm going to show you here. These are 4 symbols that I'll follow. Okay, 3 of them are futures or commodities, and 1 of them is a ETF. So starting on the far left, we got CL. That is the futures contracts for crude oil. And you can see it's trading there at about $67, almost $68 today. And then just to the right of that, we have ES. And that is the S&P 500 contracts, and you can see that they're trading at 4204, or approximately somewhere around there. And the all-time high is 4238. So the S&P 500 is probably going to break all-time highs sometime this week. Okay. So crude oil is trading at its yearly high. The S&P 500 is about to go to all-time new highs. And then the third one to the right, XME, that is an ETF, and that tracks pretty much steel and iron ore. You'll notice on there that the high, and that's a monthly chart we're looking at there, was $96.09. The low is $11.38. And today it's trading around $47.50. And it has dramatically gone up since the beginning of the year. I mean, at the beginning of the year, it was trading around $11 or $12. Okay. Maybe $14, sorry. And now it's trading all the way up to $47.50. So a massive increase in steel and iron ore. Okay, and then on the far right we have what's called, those are corn futures. Okay, that's also a monthly chart. You'll notice today it's trading right about $687, and I think the all-time high is $849. So it's definitely trading at least in proximity of its all-time high. and today it's up $30.50. So why am I showing you these? These are just some of the symbols I'll tend to track to give me an idea of inflation. There are a lot of other ones you can track, obviously, but at least in here I've got some of the big ones: steel and iron ore, crude oil, S&P 500, and one of the grains. Okay, this kind of gives me a quick look every day. I look at this just real quick, and it helps me with other indicators and other data that I'll look at. Helps me get a sense of what's going on. Well, what's going on is just significant price increases across a lot of different commodities and futures. Okay, when you get price increases on one or two, that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to have inflation, but when you start to see it across everything, like you're seeing in front of us right now, those are signs that inflation could happen. And I mean serious inflation. Okay, so that's why I look at that, because it helps to make good decisions about what you're going to do with your finances. Okay, so now back over to ARLP, the coal stock. This stock has the potential, like I said a little bit earlier in this video, I think it's going to run up to well over $10. And if you just look at the average on this stock, you're looking at throughout its lifespan, and let me see if I can get the monthly chart up on that. The lifespan of this stock trades right around, right around $20 to $25. Okay, you can just look at a chart. After a while, if you look at charts, you can just kind of look, especially at the monthly chart. You can get a sense for the averages. Okay, and I can see the average on this stock is around $20 to $25. We're trading at $6.16, folks. Do I know for a fact this stock's going to take off and go up to those prices? No, I don't know that. But there is way more upside potential on this stock than downside. So this is just an update, okay? I'll occasionally do an update because I talked about this in my previous video, and I'll put a link in the description below this video. You can go check it out, and that you'll watch my previous video. This is a long-term hold, okay? I don't do this very often. I don't do a lot of long-term holds. I do a lot of what we call swing trades, which is from a few days to a few weeks. But on this one, I'm making an exception because there's so much upside potential on this stock and other ones as well. So this is what we call kind of more of an investor or an investment type trade, okay, where I'm going to buy it, hold it. If I can accumulate more shares, which I'm at 4,700 shares now for me personally. Everybody has different account sizes, so adjust your risk according to your account size. Don't get yourself in trouble. You might want to put a stop loss in there if you feel like it's going to pull back. But this stock really can't pull back too far. The low is 263. All-time low is probably 263, which just happened in late 2020. So like I said, pull back, yeah, maybe a little. Upside, oh yeah, like huge. And why? I know that coal, and I talked about this in my last video about this stock, but I'm just going to mention it again here. Why coal? Isn't it unpopular? It's not green. People hate coal. Joe Biden, the guy that's up there pretending to be president, is all about green technology and electric cars and all that and windmills and all this stuff. So why should we get into coal? Well, guess what, guys? To make windmills, you need to make steel. Some of them are aluminum, some parts of it's steel. Okay? And steel, we just looked a few minutes ago, we saw steel the price is just taken off. Steel and iron ore are taken off. It's a commodity that's becoming very pricey. And what makes the furnaces burn to make steel? Well, it's not nuclear energy. It's not natural gas. They don't use natural gas to burn those furnaces and get them nice and hot to melt the ore, right? What do they use? You know what they use. They use coal. Okay, they shovel that coal in there. And the more the price of steel goes up, the more coal they're going to shovel into those furnaces. Okay? And if the price of steel goes up, there's at least some correlation with coal. Okay? I'm not saying it's directly correlated, but I believe there's at least some correlation. I believe we're going to see coal prices continue to go up. Okay? Because believe it or not, coal is still used all over the world. in many different places. Okay. Now this type of coal is a little bit different. It's not the type of coal that you use to burn to warm up your house. It's a slightly different type of coal, but nevertheless, it's still coal. Okay. So anyway, that's my update on this. I don't give recommendations, guys and gals. I don't tell you, hey, go buy this stock. I'm just sharing with you what I do. Okay. I'm not going to give recommendations because that's one is not legal for me to do that, and I don't like getting myself in trouble, so I'm not going to do those things. Okay, but I'm going to share with you what I think are good trades, and in this case, I believe that the holding at least a small position or even a medium-sized position on this particular stock is worth the risk, in my opinion, for me personally. So I thought I'd share that with you. This stock, I'm about almost break even today on this stock, so that's a really good sign. Lastly, I want to just share with you, if you look at the bottom, we're looking at the monthly chart here, you'll see there's two technical studies down at the bottom there. One at the very bottom, that's the stochastic momentum index. You'll notice it's quite high right now, right? It's kind of high, not super high, but kind of high in 2021 here. Okay, you can see back in 2020 it was really low, and now it's kind of high, right? And then the technical study above that, I call that the Big Daddy forecast. That's kind of something I threw together myself and ran some mathematics and got an algorithm going. That's one of my own technical studies that I've created myself. But you'll notice it's sitting kind of halfway at 203. So it's kind of between 100 and 350. Those are the two lines on that technical indicator, okay? And we're not quite halfway between 100 and 350 on there. So there is so much upside potential on this coal. Now that doesn't mean it won't pull back and it won't make some movements up and down. That's typical of stock. But overall, I think over the next few months, next year or two, coal is probably going to go up. So that's why I'm sharing it. Okay. So do your due diligence. Just make decisions for yourself. Research this stuff for yourself. Okay. Manage your risk. Okay. If you don't know about risk management, okay, look it up, study it. Okay. Do what you think is appropriate for you and your personal finances. For me, this is a good hold. I'm going to hold it for a while. I honestly believe this stock could easily get up to $18 to $20, maybe higher. All right. Enjoyed sharing with everybody today. Hope you're having a great day. We'll talk to you all again real soon next time.